This is the Okayest Hunter podcast. Never pass on shooter bucks, because that's just meat in the freezer. It's your tag, you hunt how you want. This is Okayest Hunter.
Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Okayest Hunter podcast radio show. Coming at you from the Okayest Hunter podcast studio out of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Shout out to our presenting sponsor, Spartan Forge. Use code OHP for 25% off of their application. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Heads up, Backwoods Grind Coffee sponsored the show. If you want to save some money on their coffee and their subscription or what have you, use code OHP, Okayest Hunter Podcast, for 10% off. And cheers to the official drink of Deer Camp, Drop Time Spirits. And we don't have a code for these guys, because alcohol and whatnot. But this stuff is delicious. I brought it with me to Pennsylvania over the weekend, and we drank I think maybe half a bottle left to see how much is left after I left. So that's what's we got going on. Clearly, I need more bourbon. So Greg has got a work function. He couldn't make it tonight, and one of my kids has got a terrible cough, so it didn't make sense to expose Derek to that right before deer camp. So it's just me tonight, and hopefully all of y'all. Phone lines are open. Hit me up. I want to hear where you're going and what you're bringing for deer camp. And if you don't call me, it's going to be a very long and boring show because I only have a little bit to talk about. How can you get a bottle? James is commenting here from Facebook. So their website is Drop Time Spirits, and then it's a 12-point bourbon. They have a vodka also, which I think I have some down there. And they have a moonshine too. So all good stuff. My favorite is a bourbon just because I like bourbon, but I have had their vodka, and it's delicious. It's a good mixer. And Bloody Mary and their moonshine will bring to deer camp. You got to keep that one cold because it tastes better cold. And that's more of like a dessert drink or what have you. So there are stores locally here in Wisconsin you can get it at. You have to take a look at the website and see where. I should probably do a better job of knowing that stuff. But, I just like to drink it every episode, and we got lots of it here. So if you ever want to come in the podcast studio, I guess, we will be sure to fill up your glass with some Drop Time. New merch is in the store. We got Blaze Orange hats. We got koozies here. The Buffalo Plaid Okayest Hunter koozie. These things are pretty darn popular. They are selling like hotcakes. I think we only have a few left before we're out again. So we're only ordering them in small batches just to make sure that, we have demand for them or what have you. So check that stuff out. We got decals and stickers. And the Deer Camp shirt or sweatshirt started moving quite a bit this week. So that's been cool to see that flying off the shelf. We have a couple different designs for that, but the one that looks like the bush can is probably my favorite anyways. Anywho, I love to hear from everybody. So far, 0 calls on the line. Get those phones out. Call into the show. Tell me where you're going, what you're bringing. I want to hear about your deer camp traditions and what you're listening to on the way up, which, by the way, we do have our own hunting playlist that I think some of our audience actually helped curate. You can add songs to it. It's on Spotify. If you go to Instagram, go to the Okayest Hunter face or Instagram page. There's a link there, link in bio or whatever, where you can go click on for our Deer Hunter Anthem, I believe is what it's called. It's a playlist that we put together on Spotify on our Okayest Hunter account. So we figure when you're headed to deer camp, you can jump on there and you can tune in to all of the music that everyone has deemed relevant and critical to listen to for deer camp to get you all pumped up. So check that out for sure. What else? What else will I got here? So I went to Pennsylvania. I left on Friday after work, got up there super late, and within 5 minutes of being there, I ended up with this mustache. I had a beard when I showed up, and then I got there, and I forget who initiated it. Someone was like, hey, we need to do rut stashes. And, Bill, the founder of Spartan Forge, if he shaves his beard into a mustache, then everyone else will do it. And so he did. He went first. He led from the front, true militant man, right? And then didn't take long. and I'm surprised the battery lasts on that shaver because one of the dudes there had a super huge beard. It was a lot of hair in the sink. It was disgusting. We put a towel down. There's just hair everywhere. All these dudes shaving their beards into a mustache. A lot of pissed off wives. I'm sure we all came home to as a result of that. So, first time watching, James. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Happy to have you watching. Clay, how's it going? I spent some time on my 20-hour commute chatting with you a little bit. So, yeah, if you're going to deer camp, call in. Tell me where you're going and what are you bringing. I've run this segment of the show for like the last 2 or 3 years. And it's fun. Usually it's like, hey, I'm going to wherever camp is, Toma, Wisconsin, Oak Tree Dreams. And I'm bringing a 30 rack, a High Life, and I'm bringing my Remington 700 30-06. Like that's, in essence, the type of call that I'm expecting for the where you going and what are you bringing. Yeah, your hat went out. Gosh, I think yours went out yesterday or something. The holiday from last week goofed things up. And then I was gone this weekend and the mailman didn't pick it up. So I think you'll get it in time because you're not too far off. So it'll look just like the one that's on my head, the blaze orange with the dark antler in black. It's a great hat. I hope that I see it everywhere in the field. We moved quite a few of them so far. So let's see here. We do have a caller. It is Drew out of Toma from Oak Tree Dreams. What's up, Drew?
What's up, man?
How's it going over there?
Oh, it's going fantastic.
So
works a little slow, so I figured to call in.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Thanks for calling in. So I know where you're going, but where are you going? What are you bringing?
So pretty much deer camp is my house. It's just mainly me, my brother, his girlfriend now. He got her into hunting, and then my stepdad. But just everyone's coming to my house, I guess, out of those 3 or 4 I said. I don't remember now. But gonna probably drink some crown apple, some Bush Light apple, and
Bush Light apple's popular.
Okay.
They were drinking that up in Pennsylvania. I was like, I'm good. I'll just drink the regular Bush. The regular Bush Light, that is.
Oh,
and do you guys have any traditions at deer camp? Like everyone's got to do this or wear that or say what? Like, do you have anything quirky like that going on at deer camp?
Not really. I mean, we play a mean game of euchre. I mean, that's about it.
Hey, that's traditional enough, man. That's
a lot of our family that used to hunt doesn't hunt anymore, so it's kind of like dying out, I guess, in our family. But
you got to start reproducing more.
So that kind of sucks. But yeah, well, hey, my 3 kids definitely aren't going to be hunting. The oldest wants to go, but he's a little young yet. So
yeah. All right. So there's hope for your deer camp to stay alive. Good.
Yep.
Good deal. What kind of rifle are you shooting?
308 Savage.
Savage. It's a good brand. People like that brand.
Oh yeah. My dad gifted it to me last year, right before deer season, and that's what I shot those 2 bucks with last year. So I mean, I guess it's good luck, but like I was saying on the other night when I called in, I don't know if I should or really have the kind of luck opening day to shoot another big buck, but I'm not going to pass it up. So
hey, I'll cross my fingers for you, man. There's nothing wrong with getting another one. You can be a little greedy. It's okay.
Hey, I hope you get one, man. I seen Gray got one, and now you kind of need one.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. There's only so much hope for me, but I got looks like some calls are filtering in, so we'll keep her moving. And thanks for calling in. We'll taking a break from work, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Wouldn't miss it. Have a great night.
Good luck this weekend, buddy.
Yep, you too. Thanks. Bye.
Keep this train rolling. I hope and have a feeling we're going to get a lot of calls tonight. All right, who's next? James. You're live on the podcast.
Yeah.
Where are you going? What are you bringing, man?
I'm living in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm going to Bishopville, South Carolina in Lee County. I'm bringing a bottle of Old Camp Peach Pecan Whiskey.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, it is, and it's cheap too. It's like $17.99 for a bottle, 750 ml.
Do you mix it, or you just put on ice, or what do you do with that?
You could do either or, man. I drink it on the rocks. sip it, or you can mix it with some Coke or Pepsi. It's amazing. It goes down so smooth.
Cheers to that. So, okay, and what are you shooting?
I have a Remington 308.
It's a good gun. Remington's a great
And
gun.
that's my old deer slayer. It's my go-to. I bought it at a pawn shop. Probably, I'm 42, probably 20 years ago, and it's my go-to rifle.
So you take good care of it,
and I can't go wrong with it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yep. It's going to be last holiday. I'm sorry. What was it? Halloween weekend. We went there, and me and my little girl, she's 8. We went to South Carolina on my buddy's property, and I killed a 9-pointer. And I'm taking her brother, who's fixing to leave the boot camp in December for the Marine Corps, and I'm taking him this coming weekend in hopes to get him something. But we'll see. They're moving like crazy.
You said he's home from the Marine Corps?
Degrees on Friday morning. I'm sorry?
You said he's home from the Marine Corps?
No, he's fixing to go to boot camp. He's basically it's my daughter's half brother, and I was in the Marine Corps from '99 to 2003, and now he's going in December. And I told him that I said I'm going to try to get you out in the deer stand before you head to boot camp, and we're going to make it happen this weekend in hopefully we can get him something to bring home.
Hey, hell yeah, man. Thanks for your service and thanks for what he's about to do. And
yes, sir.
The time in the woods before you go to boot camp
Absolutely.
sounds like you relish in that. Boot camp's going to suck terribly. So good luck with that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right now, the time that he's going in, he's picking one of the worst times to go. It's going to be cold as crap at Paris Island. I was there in June, which was hot as crap. So it's like, you don't want to go in the summer and you really don't want to go in February, but he's getting close to being, because he's going to go in the coldest part of the year down there. So, I mean, good luck is all I can say.
No doubt. Well, rock on.
But yeah, this is my first time watching, man. I literally just happened to find you on Facebook, and I was like, man, I've loved listening to a radio about hunting, or a radio show about deer hunting, and I found you. And then I saw your number to call in. I said, well, heck, I'll call in and see what the heck. But yeah, I've shared your stuff with some friends of mine. Matter of fact, he's in South Carolina. I'll just send it to him. Maybe he'll be able to listen in too. So
hell yeah, we're going to be rolling for an hour
like
here.
You got something good going on, man. I love it.
Thanks a whole bunch, and I'm glad you're a first-time caller, and we appreciate you tuning in. So stand by, stick around, and there's going to be more calls coming, and we're going to hear from everybody tonight. Thanks for calling in.
Awesome, man. Hey, I appreciate it, bud.
All right,
Have
see
a
you.
Good one.
You too. All right, we got more to go. We got Chris with Midwest Racks. Chris, you're live on the show. Where are you going? What are you bringing?
Hey, man. Well, I'm in southeast Wisconsin, and I'm heading northeast, so not a big trip.
That's okay. How far is the drive?
Up to the metropolis of Wabeno. It's a blink-and-miss-it town.
Okay.
So,
Wabeno.
Yep, we're hitting the big woods in the Northwoods. So,
how much
yeah,
windshield
it's
time
up
is
by
that?
Carter,
Like
Townsend.
hour, 2, 3?
2.5 hours north.
Oh, that's
Depends how you drive.
That ain't bad. I did 10 hours to Pennsylvania on Friday. That was rough on the old rear, I tell you. So 3 hours to Prairie du Chien for me.
2 hours
could be
is
nothing.
bad for me.
Yeah, it's like, can it make these seats any less comfortable? Holy crap! There's nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But what are you bringing then? And what are you shooting?
Well, as for cocktails, we have a couple of jars of some clear liquid that may not be legal in a few states. So those are going up with
I'm intrigued.
Some beer skis. And as far as what I'm taking, right now, actually, I'm packing as we're talking, and it seems like everything I ever owned is going to go with me. I'm not sure how to dress because of the weather's going up and down and up and down, and we're supposed to have snow. And so, but as for a gun, I'm shooting a Remington 760 pump, 30-06.
Cool. Okay. So that's fun. I got the bolt action, so I get to feel like, a sniper or something like that, but the pump's nice and easy. You just, there you go. It's probably a bit smoother than the bolt action.
I got rid of the bolt actions. I like my pumps and lever action. So
that's cool.
Yep. It's my first time at deer camp in over 15 years.
Whoa. What have you been doing the last 15 years?
So going up with I've been solo hunting, and now I have a new son-in-law, and got back with a group of guys I've got to know over the years, and we're going to make a good deer camp. So
That
got
is
two younger
awesome.
kids that we're mentoring, maybe 16 and 14, and
Okay.
yeah.
You're bringing that
Go
clear
ahead.
liquid. Good luck to those kids. How about that for a mentored hunt? They ain't getting out of bed the next morning.
Well, we went up scouting a few weeks ago, and we taught them how to pour drinks. So we're set.
That's
Bonfire
great.
Friday night, and we're good.
That's great. Hey, I'm excited for you. 15 years and away. That's going to be one hell of a welcome back party. I hope you have a lot of success and a ton of fun and lots of memories made. Thanks for calling in.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah,
Bye.
see ya. Just rolling through the calls tonight. That's great. All right, who do we got next? We got Kevin Masters checking in. Where are you from? Minnesota, I think. Hey, Kevin, welcome to the show. You're live. Where are you going? What are you taking?
Hey, guys, I feel a little bad. Our gun season actually just ended. I was with you, Eric, out in PA when they finished that up. So I couldn't pass up the opportunity to give you guys a call real quick, but I will be bow hunting, trying to get an extra doe here to make some more chili. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it makes more chili. So your my like caller thing totally botched your name. It didn't get right at all. Evan, and it says Kevin. Sorry,
pretty
about
darn
that.
close. Kevin, Evan, Devin. I'll respond.
People don't correct me. If I didn't know you, I was like, oh, I guess we're talking to Kevin, not Evan.
But yeah, I just really wanted to check in with Eric and Greg. Pretty pumped that I got to meet you the other day after your long drive, and looking forward to maybe one of these years out to come out there and do a little deer hunting even though you guys are in the Packer state.
Hey, we like our Packers, and the only thing what we can unite over there in Minnesota is that we probably both hate the Bears. So we can unite over the common enemy, and it's fine. We'll bury the hatchet for that. And cheers to you. So yeah, Minnesota gun season ended. What did you bring, and where did you go? How did that all work out for you?
So for me, I've actually just kind of given up the gun stuff and just been bow hunting. So actually November 6th, I shot my first buck with a bow. Was pretty pumped about it. So no gun season for me, but I can maybe get the muzzleloader out, but I think I'm going to try to stick another deer with my bow here when it gets a little later. I can keep now it's plenty cold to keep the deer hanging in the garage and everything. So
yeah, that's kind of a benefit there, that cold weather. Yeah, that story of our friend up there missing that opportunity, that big buck because his hands were cold, was pretty hilarious. I think that story will be shared on Spartan Forge's social at some point because they recorded the whole telling of the story. But I was like, man, you could have just warmed your hands if you shot the deer. You could have gutted him, and that would have warmed him up real nice.
Well, yeah, and that's what happened to me. I like I said in PA, I had that sat for a while, got a little chilly, as in cold, and then I saw this 120, 130 come running down the hill, and I warmed up real quick, and never did quite get a shot at him, so I was a little bummed about that, but it was pretty good stuff. That'll warm me up fast.
I always feel like I get cold and I get the shakes right before I see a deer, and then I get more shakes because of the adrenaline. Then I just can't stop, and it's like uncontrollable twitches of my legs jolting back and forth. I'm like, for frick's sake, get it together, man.
Yeah, okay, as hunters, man. That's what we are. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get it together enough to not shake. I think if that happens, you probably should give it up anyways.
Yeah. Oh, Bill commented, Ashley, damn it. Yeah. I don't want to tell the story because I think it's going to debut. So I'll just keep an eye out for the story about Ashley. That's all I got to say. It's pretty epic. And the way Bill told it was it had me busting the gut. So I'll just say this. Psst,
yeah.
Psst.
Yep.
Well, dude, good to hear from you, Evan.
That's
Thanks
going to be a story
in,
for the ages.
It will. It's good. And
yeah, big shout out to you guys. I appreciate it. Hey, we might as well give a shout out to Bill while he's listening to Spartan Forge. You know what I'm saying?
That's
good
right.
Stuff.
That's right. It is good stuff. Actually, that'll be fun to look at it when I get that part of the state. But yeah, you have a good night, buddy. We'll get on to the next caller. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, I'll keep listening. Appreciate you guys.
See ya. Okay, who is next? I think that's it for now. Whoever we had, I think wasn't going to continue waiting. So I apologize. I'll try to get to everybody as soon as I can to avoid call dropping or call drops, whatever. So we're back down to 0 in the queue. Who wants to call in? Where are you going? What are you bringing? Let's hear about it. Yeah. That was good to hear from Evan. Got to meet him over the weekend in Pennsylvania. Super nice dude, follower of the podcast and the show, so it's always good to hear from people that, are following along with what we're doing. Who do we have? Someone from, it looks like, Wichita. Is this Alex on the line with us?
What's going on, man?
Hey, where are you going? What are you bringing, Alex?
I'm not really going anywhere, but I don't have a deer camp to go to anymore.
Oh no!
So
well, that's sad and depressing. We're just rubbing it in.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Well, I haven't had one since I was young. My dad used to have one. We used to go to, but we don't have that land anymore. And me and a hunting buddy, we've been trying to go to do like a private or public land camp trip every year, but we've only made it 1 year so far, so it hasn't worked out too much just yet. But we were gonna try and go this year, but we didn't make it. I'll be hunting again though. I'll be back out.
So you'll be hunting. All right. Well, hopefully you can drink something or other with your buddy if you get together. And what are you going to be shooting?
My elite ritual. I will not be gun hunting. I'm shooting the bow.
I've talked to a couple folks actually this week. People are messaging me about that. For some folks from Iowa are coming up to Wisconsin, and they're like, "Yo, can I bow hunt during the gun season?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure you can, but ask Greg or look at the DNR website. Don't ask me." But if I had a gun for all the times I was bow hunting this season, I'd have a lot of deer killed. So I'm looking forward to bringing the boomstick. I don't care at all.
I totally get it. I shot a doe Saturday night, and I'm kind of regretting it. I dropped her. I shot her at 25 yards. She went 10 yards and died, laying there in the edge of the wheat field. And I had like a 150s, 160s 8-point come out, and he came to about 60 yards and wouldn't get any closer with her laying there in the field.
Well, yeah. If I had a gun, boom. But you're going to take the bow back out. You're going to have another encounter like that. I'm telling you.
I'm hoping so. It was about a week apart, sitting in the same tree as I had my first day out for my vacation. I had a good encounter. And then Saturday I had the encounter. So I can't complain. I brought some meat home, put it in the freezer.
Yeah, that's good.
Can't be mad about it, but
that's good.
Just makes you wonder if that doe wasn't laying there, she came closer.
Hard to know, man. It's one of those things. But thanks for calling. It's always good to hear from you. I know you've been following along for quite some time, so we appreciate it a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to call and say what's up, and hope you guys have good luck and good rifle season.
Sounds good. We'll keep rolling. Have a good one.
Take her easy.
All right, who we got next? We got Greg Morgan with First Gen Outdoors. Next up, Carrie, we'll get to you. I'm excited to talk to Carrie. Not that I'm not excited to talk to you, Greg, but where are you going? What are you bringing, man?
Well, I'm trying to check something off my bucket list this year. The house that I know we talked last week, but the new farm is in rifle country now in PA. So I've never shot a deer with a rifle. I know it's kind of backwards. You kind of grow up. A lot of people grow up shooting deer with guns first, but I went right into the archer game. I've never shot a deer with a rifle. So I have a Marlin 30-30 lever action, my deer gun, and I'm hoping to get that at least this year, a doe, at least. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Stack them, man. To call that Doe Patrol over at what's that? Catching Deers. I think they got like a shirt for Doe Patrol or something like that.
That's right. Well, I mean, I'll take a buck too. I haven't been able to get out too much this season.
Yeah,
but
you did say that last time you called in. You're busy on the farm.
I did pick up my daughter 410, a nice youth single shot last week. So we're gonna get her going on that. Maybe she'll be ready to hunt with it next year. That'd
be great. That's awesome. So she's not coming with you this year?
No, not this year. Just haven't had time to get her ready and get the clothing she needs for the cold and all that stuff. So I wanted to make it good. She went out with me last year for bow season.
Okay.
And I couldn't have asked for a better hunt with her on her first hunt. I think we saw 15 deer and an 8-pointer came within 5 yards of the blind, but I'd already sealed my buck tag already, but she was hooked.
That's cool. That's super cool, man. That's a great experience, and good for you for looking to make sure she's comfortable out there, because that could ruin it for the rest of her life. If she's not comfortable, she'll associate that discomfort with that time she went deer hunting with her dad, and she'll never do it again. So that's good. Good on you.
Yep.
Well, cool.
Yep. So that's my goal, is maybe get something with a rifle. Now, I didn't hear what the end result was in PA for you, Eric.
Oh, dude, I didn't see a
Did you see
thing from
anything?
nothing from the stand. Lots from the road. We were hunting the Allegheny. I think I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Forest. It reminded me
Allegheny Forest.
Allegheny. Yeah, it reminded me of northern Wisconsin, Nicolay, as far as the vastness and the logging roads and all that stuff. Logging roads were pretty tame compared to the Nicolay. Actually, those logging roads up in the Nicolay are they're the real deal. And then the west where I hunt in Wisconsin, it's very hilly, bluffy, cliffs, giant bluffs and things like that. So Pennsylvania felt like a mix between western Wisconsin and northern Wisconsin put into one. I think the hills and the bluffs are a bit taller, but certainly it was beautiful. It snowed, so it was really pretty. And Johnny Stewart put me on, I think, a pretty damn good spot. I scouted my way into where he said I should go, look for fresh signs, set up on it. And, on the way out, I noticed a cell cam that I didn't notice on the way in, and it wasn't Johnny's. So I did see some other boot tracks going out to where I was too. I didn't know anything about where I was. So, I just gave it.
Apparently he's the guy to be friends with in PA. I mean, I know he's very giving with
he was very giving
hunting locations and stuff like that.
Him and Bo were everyone was great, to be quite frank, but those guys aren't from the area. I think Bo lived about 20 minutes from Johnny's cabin. So, between the two of them,
nice.
We gave it a good old college try, but we ended up having a lot of fun. I came back home with a mustache, so that's awkward.
That's great. That's good they did that for the vets and stuff. So,
yeah, it's cool to meet everybody. Well, dude, thanks for calling in. We'll keep rolling here with calls, and good luck the rest of the season, and have fun.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. So now we get to talk to the one and only Carrie Zilka. Carrie, how the hell are you? It's been like years.
Eric, I know. And I've been keeping up with all the Okayest Hunter podcast. I love the rebranding. At first, I was literally like, what is this madness? This crazy account that followed me on Twitter and stuff. And I'm like, who the hell is the Okayest? This is awesome.
Yeah, it's totally changed over the years. It's you just got to keep iterating and rolling with stuff, and it's a ton of fun. And it's grown quite a bit. And and what are you doing? Are you still Hunt Fish Travel?
Yes, still rolling with Hunt Fish Travel. I acquired the Bowcast podcast, which,
that's right.
If anybody has ever listened to my show, they'll know that that's where I started my podcast career with a bazillion years ago. So it kind of came full circle, which is exciting.
Yeah, you were one of the first movers and shakers in the whole entire space. So I remember, I was like, wow, her stuff is so good. Not to say it's not now, but I was like, you were like a pioneer. I know. I was like, I don't even know how she's doing half this stuff.
I know, it was crazy. I was like, we need a female voice out in this space, and there are none. So I guess it's me.
So where are you going and what are you taking? What's deer camp looking like for you this season?
So check this out, right? How many years did I live up near Hartford? Like 20. Always had to drive out to public land, right? All the leases I got was like Buffalo County or Waupaca. Was forever away.
Yep.
Literally the minute I moved to Waukesha, which for the listeners is about 45 minutes away from Hartford. Yeah, totally scored an 80-acre lease.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally 4 minutes from where I used to live. What are the odds?
So it's a good area though. You're pretty stoked. But you had some opinions about leases though. Yeah. So hopefully it's going better.
I know. And I even after I paid for my lease, I was like, let's start a blog that. Why do I just keep buying leases and hating myself for it? But I know because I've always had really bad experiences, and we'll see about this year. The reason this farmer is leasing it out is because he was just letting everybody and their brother hunt on it, and he was tired of people leaving trash and just being really disrespectful for the land. So he's like, I'll just lease it out to somebody and they can deal with it. So we'll see opening morning how many people show up and ignore my, no trespassing signs. We'll see.
Well, you got a gun in your hand, so there's that going for you. There's a couple shots fired in the air. Get the hell out of here.
That is true.
When I was in PA, some random hunter showed up and he's like, well, if you're going to go this way, don't go by this, property boundary. That guy will come out with a gun. I was like, oh, all right. Well, I don't know where I am, but I'm not going to go anywhere near there. I'm like, forget it. The guy with the red barn. Okay. Sounds good. Well, it's good to hear from you. And so what are you bringing? Are you
Funny.
bringing some
Yeah,
booze? What are you shooting?
I'll be bringing my 6.5, my Swedish Mauser, old trusty. And, as far as what am I bringing? Every year I bring a bag of nuts to keep me occupied. Honest to God, mixed nuts, because I just can't stop snacking for some reason when I'm sitting out there, especially opening weekend. So I'll have my trusty dusty 6.5 and my trusty dusty bag of nuts.
Oh man, I feel like that's a blog title right there. My
Right.
trusty gun of nuts. That'll keep you going. I like sunflower seeds. Pack a wad in your cheek, and you just that's like the keep me busy kind of thing. So I get bored, so I gotta have something it's like a fidget spinner for my mouth. That sounds kind of weird, but either way.
Right. Exactly, though. You're exactly right.
Yeah, we can't have a podcast without getting weird on it somewhere, and Greg's not here, so someone's got to make up the difference. But
true story. True story.
I'm glad you tuned in. I'm glad you were able to catch this segment. This is like one of my favorite segments to do. It's only one time a year, and the Blaze Orange Army is about to be deployed to the woods of Wisconsin, and it's exciting.
I love that you do this. It's clever, and it's really interesting. And even if I miss some of the other episodes, I always tune into this one because it is really interesting hearing what their stories and just some of their, even if it's only a couple minutes worth of their journey, it's always interesting to listen to. And I think it's really cool that you do it.
Yeah. I always like the comedy.
Because you've been doing the podcast now for like 7 or 8 years, right?
Since 2013. And then what is it? 3-ish years ago. So I moved into this house in 2019, the year our son was born. And it was at that point when I sat down with my wife, I'm like, I need to make this consistent. So Tuesday nights, without fail, hell or high water, even through losing my voice and technology failing, we've shown up and done this every single Tuesday. Granted, holidays, we'd pull the plug and take a break and unplug for that. But otherwise, we've been rolling for 2 or 3 years consistently now. But this whole thing started I think the first podcast was sometime at the end of 2013 or something like that. So
I knew it was right around that time. I don't know. I've always liked your show. You know that. I mean, we've both been on each other's shows. Even the Wilderness show and everything.
That's still out there. Shane's coming to Deer Camp this year, so he's around. He's doing more of the net part of the podcasting these days, and I'm doing more of the wilder part. So we still are doing stuff, holding true to our names.
That's
there.
Fun.
That's great.
That's fun. No, it's fun.
Send me a DM and I'll send some stuff in the mail for you. If you want to drop your address in there, I'll send you some swag.
Awesome.
Cool.
Good talking to you.
Yeah, likewise. Have a good one. Good luck.
And good luck to your listeners.
Yeah, never pass, as we say now. Have a good one.
See you later. Bye.
Carrie Zilka, a legend. If you're not listening to her, sure you haven't. You gotta listen to it. It's good shit. Carrie's been doing podcasting and hunting for a very long time. Whoever was in there waiting, I'm sorry I didn't get to you. I was trying, but I want to be respectful to everyone that does get on this show and give them the time to chat. So if whoever was hanging out, waiting, ring it back, and I'll be sure to get to you. Otherwise, it's going to get real boring and real awkward if it's just me talking to my camera and drinking bourbon by myself. I mean, I see the comments coming through. That's something, but I tell you what, guys, pick up that phone, share this, get everyone calling in that that's Deer Hunter. I want to hear where they're going, what they're bringing, and we'll keep rolling. Derek, you son of a gun. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, buddy. Good. How are you?
Does it feel good to not be here and know that you have to drive home at the end of this bullshit?
It feels a little bit better, but I do miss it.
Yeah, because you'd be drinking with me otherwise, but now you're home. You can throw back as much as you want.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's the case yet, but the theory there is good.
Yes, man. In theory, honey, I can drink. I'm not there. Like, this is the trade-off, okay? No, it's my fault. Our kid has got a cough, so want to make sure that we're not passing on germs right before Thanksgiving and deer camp. That'd be terrible. So we all made the right decision here to keep you out of this house.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you reaching out and letting me know. We just, the kids, how colds go, and the kids just got over one this last week. So I was like, oh man, we got to keep them free and clear here.
Dude.
Especially with deer camp in the holidays, so I appreciate it.
Even before COVID, do you remember, like, if a kid was sick, you don't go buy them because then your kids are going to get sick because you don't want to deal with that? Like, a sick kid is still bad.
Oh.
It doesn't need to be COVID. Sick is still
and then
sick.
everybody's... And if you got one little one miserable, everybody's miserable because there's no sleep being had.
Emotions run high when kids are sick. They get their compass gets all kitty wampus, and next thing you know, they're crying about stuff. It doesn't make any sense. Usually that's the indication around here. It's like, uh-oh, you're not acting normal. Let's take your temperature. Oh, yeah, you have a fever. Okay. And then it goes downhill quick from there.
Yep.
So, yep. Oh, yeah, fatherhood is the best.
Thank you.
No, it's all good. Well, where are you going?
How's everything going? Lots of people calling in.
I think so. I don't even know how many we've taken so far. It's been rolling consistently, so I'm happy to see that. And where's your deer camp? I know you're bringing a stowaway with you this year. Where are you going? What are you bringing?
Yeah, we're heading up to Townsend. My dad's got a place up there. He built the year I was born, so we've been going up there for 34 years. Dad's hunted up there forever. So we'll be heading up there to the Nicolet National Forest like you used to hunt, Eric. And Greg's coming with this year, so he said he wanted to get a little Northwoods adventure. So that's what we're gonna try to give him. Been trying to prepare him for remembering what the Northwoods is like, the lack of deer,
desolate
and
long
long sits. So we'll see how it goes. We're excited.
What does your forecast look like up there?
Looks perfect if you ask me. It's very similar to last year. It's supposed to be like 22 in the morning, nice and crispy. Okay. Looks calm right now, which is ideal because a lot of the stuff we're hunting is really, really thick with pine and balsam. So being able to hear them helps a ton. And then I think the high is like 40. So should warm up during the day. Good sunshine. So as long as I can hear, I'm going to be fine.
Yeah, that's good. That sounds nice. And I love the Northwoods, you know. Gosh, maybe I try to get up to you on like the second weekend or something one of these years. If that's like doable, I'm not sure. I'm just going to invite myself, I guess.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man.
And what are you guys drinking? What are you bringing? Any beer or booze? You get what type of traditions you guys have up there at this cabin your dad built?
Traditionally it's pretty tame on Friday night. Some of the deer camps that I hung out with when I lived up in Peshtigo, everybody would take off Friday from work. So Thursday night was like deer camp roundup. They'd go bouncing from camp to camp and have their drinks, tell their stories. So they had Friday to kind of recover and get things in order. But up at our camp, Friday is usually fairly tame. We have some bush lights, maybe a little cheers to the hunt with some cherry bounce or something like that. And then the tradition is anybody who knocks down a good shooter buck, we've got this. I think my parents picked it up. I don't know if they won it at a raffle, but it's like a bottle of Jim Beam bourbon in a trout bottle, like a collectible trout bottle.
Cool.
So the whole bottle is shaped like a trout, and it says like aged 18 months, but it's like from like 1982. So it's been aged a little longer than that.
But not in a barrel, in a trout. Some tastes a little fishy here.
In a trout. It's trout aged. So then we post up a shot of that for anybody who gets a shooter buck.
Hey, that's
the tradition, bringing up chili and my mom's famous shrimp jambalaya. It always warms the soul after a cold day.
Yeah, anything in the crock pot while you're out in the woods, if you let that run while you're out, is the best thing to come back to. I still remember one of my favorite meals ever was a venison pot roast my dad put together we stayed at the Nicolet Shores Resort in wherever the hell Nicolet Forest. I don't know if that was Phelps or Crivets or what, but it was, he just tossed, he didn't even skin the potatoes, just threw shit in there. I'm like, okay, whatever. Get back. It was like one of those years where it was negative 15. I couldn't feel my fingers. And we get back there and I eat that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
You got a hot meal waiting for you just to warm you up. Yeah, you can't beat that, man. That's awesome.
Yep.
It's nice. We got the cabin's pretty cozy. It's not a super rustic one. It's fairly nice. My dad kind of lives up there pretty much now that he's retired, and we got a nice wood burning fireplace. So you come back Saturday after opening day, get a nice fire going, then the old fashions start flowing. And Saturday night usually turns to be like our little kind of party night. We usually meet up with a couple other friends and see how everybody did and tell stories and talk stupid, the normal deer camp stuff.
Yeah,
that usually happens kind of on Saturday.
Hopefully there's some good stories to be told about them. Deer hitting the ground and stuff. It'll be fun to see how Greg does up there. Hopefully he has good luck, and you as well. And dude, thanks for calling in even though you're not here, and we all know why, and it was the right choice. So
Yeah. Hey,
all
I
good.
appreciate it, man. And good luck to you too. I'm sure we'll be in touch, but good luck to everybody out there listening also.
Heck
Go
yeah.
get them, guys.
All right, buddy. You have a great night.
All right. Yeah, you too. Take it easy.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, we have another caller getting screened right now, so let's see who we have. It takes a second. But this is great. Lots of good calls coming in, lots of comments coming through. I think everyone's just super excited. How can you not be? This is the time of the year that I think we all wait for. I know we wait for bow season, and bow season is great too, but there's something about the camaraderie aspect that bow kind of lacks because it's a solo kind of endeavor, bow hunting. You're a bit more of a ninja, and I always say, when you're wearing Blaze Orange, you're a big blob, and it's all about hanging out with the boys and the family and making those memories and having that good time. So we have Jason. I think it's Jason Reed from North Carolina. Jason, you're live on the show. Where are you going? What are you bringing?
Well, I'm bringing Timber Ninja sticks to the woods, and I'm going to North Carolina.
Tell me more about these Timber Ninja sticks you speak of.
I know there's this dude that owns that company's kind of a shitbag, but
I didn't say that.
and they get products.
That's great, man. You've been hunting pretty hard. How you been doing?
Oh, I've been doing well, dude. I didn't know y'all were doing this live thing. This is awesome.
Oh, every week, every Tuesday, we go live every single week. This one's just all calls because that's what it is.
I just don't go. I don't go to Facebook this time of night. I saw that. And I was like, "There's a call in." So let's start back. Long time listener, first time caller.
There we go. One time guest.
Yeah. So I am going on a deer camp next week. I'm going to South Carolina for my annual Thanksgiving beach hunting trip.
So wait, are you not hunting or
right now?
When you say beach hunting trip, are you going on vacation?
Yeah, I go hunt at the coast of South Carolina every year around Thanksgiving. So that's nice. What I do for Thanksgiving week.
That sounds nice. Yeah, So do you do a deer camp? Do you guys have? I don't know what the hunting culture is like in North Carolina and South Carolina, but I did meet a bunch of people from North Carolina over the weekend.
Yeah,
so cool.
We don't do a huge. I mean, around here is not like these deer camps that you see up north. It's more like friendly camps. Very small. What I've noticed, but in some areas, they could be a little bit bigger. But having these huge UP style camps is it's not something I've witnessed. When I grew up in Arkansas, we had a lot of the deer camps I went to down there on public land were just majorly huge. There'd be tons of people there, and that's all they came for. A lot of times was the camp and the party. It wasn't so much the hunting,
Yeah, I think depending on which camps you're going to around here, the hunt camp is more about the hunt camp than the hunt. A lot of guys just go to go. Then you got. I'm pretty serious about it still, but I am pretty balanced on the fun side too. I'm going to have a good time, and this is the one time of year I see a lot of these guys these days. Now that I got kids and stuff, so it's fun to get together and. After this season of 9-day gun opener or the gun season here in Wisconsin, I'm kind of all right, time to pack up my stuff. And until next year, it's kind of how it goes. So this is the last hurrah.
Yeah. But isn't it kind of letting your hair down from bow season?
I mean, that's how I treat it. Although a lot of the guys calling in are like, no, I'm bringing my bow out. I'm like, no, okay, that's good for you, but I'm not. I'm bringing the boomstick. It's kind of like the scene in Billy Madison when he's like, now you're all in big trouble, and he starts just shooting a bunch of kids with the dodgeball. That's me, and the dodgeball is my gun, and it's all over now. If you come within 200 yards of me and I have a shot, I'm shooting you, and you're gonna die. That's how it's gonna go. And I'm talking about deer, not people, but just to be clear.
I know, and that's how I treat gun season.
you in good cell coverage?
I know. Yeah. I am. I'm sitting in my house. Something just went blank there for a moment.
Yeah, it might be mine. Who knows? Technology is a real piece of work half the time. Oh, someone commented, Brad Warwinski said, don't forget the pasties. That's a UP thing for sure.
Paste.
Or they're pasties.
Oh,
I
what is a
mess it up
pasty?
every time now. And my wife and her family are from the UP, so I'm going to get ridiculed for that later. I always mess it up. They're like pizzones or something.
Yeah. So what are? Oh, sweet. Definitely. I mean, it really goes between. I've not been able to wrap my head around like the huge draw for Busch Light from a lot of you Midwest guys.
Yeah, so it's funny you say that because I was always Miller Lite, High Life,